Good morning, Flosstube. My name is Darlene. I'm Darlene Dion Designs here on Flosstube, on Etsy, on Facebook, and on Instagram. I design and sell quilting patterns and cross-stitch patterns and some project bags in my Etsy shop. Today is, I think it's July 9th. It's Saturday, July 9th, 8th, one of those. I'm here in Nova Scotia. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, I'm so glad you've come back. Anyway, I have a few things to show you today. Shouldn't be a long episode. I've been stitching, but seems to be a lot of stitching on a few projects and one secret project that I can't show because it's a gift. Anyway, I have one new release to show you today that I stitched up last week, and it is available now in my Etsy shop. It is called The Nicest Word. This is a quote from Laura Ingalls from Little House on the Prairie. Apparently, I thought it was Laura Ingalls Wilder, the actual writer. But I've been told since that it's just a quote from the series. Home is the nicest word there is, and I totally 100% agree. I love home. I am a homebody. I'm not a stick in the mud homebody. I do love to go out and have fun too, but home is my happy place. Anyway, so this is stitched on 27 count Linda cloth. First time I've stitched on Linda cloth. I like it a lot. I find it a little bit more open than Lugana. The holes are a little, I don't know if the word is open, but anyway, it's very easy to stitch on, very easy to see. This is Vintage Country Mocha color. So, this is all stitched with DMC floss with this red house. Gotta love a red house and some flowers and a bird house with a bird. And it just is home for me. It's home. And I put it on this little stand that has this little easel thing. It was blue and I painted it white and I distressed it a little bit. I guess it's cream, not white. And then I added some greenery in here. There's a little pocket thing in here. So I added some greenery there, and I added a bow and a little gingham wooden button. So I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. It is available now in my Etsy shop. It's a PDF. All of my cross-stitch patterns so far are PDFs. I have not branched out into hard copies, but I may do that eventually. So I am going to do a giveaway for this today. Stay tuned for that. Okay, I had 4 giveaways last time, and I don't have any. I don't have any of them here to show. So silly. One was my new Canada Celebrate Canada. Or Canada Celebrates. Celebrate Canada, I think. Cross-stitch pattern. And I did the random comment picker from all of your comments from last time. And the winner for that is Rowie Murphy. R-O-W-I-E, Rowie Murphy. And the Patriot, the True Patriot Love was my other new patriotic chart. That one goes to Judy Greenhow. Judy Greenhow. And my new quilt pattern that I released last time was Quilting the Carols. And that one goes to Cindy Nichols. And then I was doing a draw for a paper pattern that I will send out in the mail for the Prairie Schooler Prairie Birds, and that one goes to Char J57. Char, C-H-A-R-J 57. I think it's Char, but it could be Char J. So, Rowie Murphy, Judy Greenhow, Cindy Nichols, and Charjay57. If you could get in touch with me, my email address is below in the show notes, or you can message me on Instagram. Just get in touch with me, and I need your email address, and I will get those patterns off to you. For the bird one, I need your physical address. So you have to be over 18, which I'm assuming you all are. But anyway, in order for me to ask for your information. Okay. My stitching, my whips. I have not worked on one whip this past 2 weeks. I've got new starts. I've got I've got 3 new starts. No, I'm sorry. I have 1 whip and 2 new starts, but one of the new starts is a gift, so I can't show that. But I've been sewing a lot, so making project bags. Anyway, I watched Kim the Contented Stitcher yesterday, and today I finished it this morning, and she kind of put me in the mood. She had a wonderful whip parade to show all of her whips. And I love all the projects that she's working on. She is very much a sampler stitcher, and she re-engineers the pattern. Often she doesn't stitch the border. She just makes it work for her. And I love what she stitches. I love her videos. I love the display she has behind her of all of her beautiful samplers on the wall and her clock finishes on the table. Oh my goodness. It's just it's a joy to watch her and see all of that beautiful work behind her. And she always shares some scripture at the end. I always enjoy that very much. But she's one of her whips is a patriotic piece that's all words, and I love it so much. It put me in the mood to want to stitch some words, because I love stitching words. They go really fast. So I had this in my whip pile, and I haven't stitched on it for quite a while. This is Words to Live by Love. It is the 1 Corinthians scripture. 1 Corinthians 13. 13. So I decided to get that out again and stitch a little bit more on that. So here is mine. It is on 25 count Lugana, and I'm stitching 1 thread over 1. I'm using 3371 DMC, and I'm pretty sure this fabric is a Lori Holt Lugana, or maybe she just calls it even weave farmhouse, I think, but I'm not positive. Anyway, I really love it. Love that project, and I haven't had it out for a long time. Don't ask me why, but I would love to keep it out and get it finished. I have 3 lines in, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more lines to go. It would not take a whole lot, like probably a week of stitching I could finish it, but who knows? There's lots of other things that might come up in this week. Anyway, it is enjoyable. I like it a lot. I'm stitching 1 over 1, and I stitch with the little mag eyes thing that you wear. I couldn't stitch 1 over 1. I really couldn't stitch period anymore, I don't think, without that. It makes a huge difference. We had our quilt guild meeting yesterday in town, and I didn't want to lug my machine, and I really didn't have any handwork that I wanted to take for quilting, so I took cross stitch. And I got in there and I sat down and I was ready to stitch, and I realized I didn't have my mag eyes with me. I need 2 sets, 1 in the car and 1 to leave home. Anyway, I managed, because I was stitching on light colored cloth on this next whip. I'll show you. This is what I was stitching on. Not whip, it's a new start. Anyway, I managed for a little while, but I wouldn't want to have to do it for very long. My old eyes just can't handle it anymore. Okay, so my next things are new. Well, I have 1 new start, and my other new start, like I said, was a gift, so I can't show it. Who did I see stitching this? Wanda's Stitching Kitchen, maybe? I'll look that up and try to tag her in this. She's on Instagram. She was stitching this granny square pattern. This is Daybreak by Carolyn Manning Designs, and I love Carolyn Manning's things. You may remember I stitched her red flowers last year, and ever since then I've been thinking I need to do another Carolyn Manning, and when I saw this one I thought, oh yeah, I gotta do this. So I picked some fabric. I'm stitching it on 28 count Monaco. I think it's just antique white. Okay, so my colors. when I pulled all of the come on. When I pulled all of the called for flosses, it really looks quite a bit different than what you see this to look. Now I realize this is a digital print, I'm pretty sure it's like a digital print of the pattern, not the pattern, but the finish. Anyway, I would say the colors are not exact. When I pulled all the floss, there was a lot, and I mean a lot, of bright yellows and oranges and greens, with a few muted colors. There were some teals, some softer colors, and that's the color that this looks to me in this picture. And that's what I want. I want that muted color. So I re-pulled colors. I re-engineered the colors, and it's really not, how do I explain? I added more reds, of course I would, down to, darker reds and down, graduating down into like more like a rosy red. I softened the yellows. I added more teals, different greens, and I'm short some colors. So I am going shopping this afternoon. Going to be at the shop in Yarmouth that sells the floss, and I'm going to check out colors there a little bit. I feel like I need to add some more orangey colors, but the reds that I've chosen really don't lend themselves a lot to oranges. So I've got to see if I can find something on the rack that jumps out at me that looks like it lends itself more to orangey reds instead of pinky reds. Anyway, this is what I've started, like I said. And I love the way it looks, but it doesn't look much like the picture. I don't know, but I like this. If I can't get it to look a lot like the picture, then I do like this, and I will continue on with these colors. But like I said, I'm gonna try to find, I don't have DMC 347 in it, and that one is kind of a tomato-ish red. Maybe I need to be looking at that color more and then going from there to pick my reds. I'm not sure. We'll just see. Anyway, when I seen it, I said it's called Daybreak, but it's also called Granny Ain't No Square, I think it is. Anyway, the Granny Square fad is a big thing right now, and I've seen a lot of really lovely Granny Square things happening. I love the little one that Lori Holt did with the 4. I think it was Lori Holt with the 4, and then Chantel 141 finished it with her little scalloped pocket thing. Oh, I just love that. So yeah, I wanted to get on that for a little bit. So then when I seen this one, I thought, well, that certainly isn't a little project. That will probably be a long-term project, but I did like it very much, so I decided to go with that. Anyway, so those are what I have for stitching. I thought I had another. Yeah, that's what I have for stitching. I I am housing that in this new project bag that I did a couple of weeks ago. It has a little yo-yo flower on there, and it's a little checkerboard pattern. So I'm hoping to make some of these to put in my shop. I haven't yet. This is kind of like the prototype. I'm not sure that it's quite deep enough. I may have to go another row or two of the checkers to get the size that I really prefer. Anyway, that one I have made. I made some of these and listed them in the shop Wednesday night, I think it was, and they sold out within an hour. And toile, I love the look of toile. So this is a navy toile, and see that little guy right there fishing. I really love it. Anyway, so they sold really quickly, really well. And so I have more navy toile. I have more of that toile, and I have a different one in blue that's a little bit more leaning more towards a royal blue than navy, but it's still very pretty. So I'm hoping to get more of them made in the next few days, and then in the next few weeks. And I have told people that asked specifically that I'll let them know when they're in the shop. So yeah, they were really good sellers. So I do have some others in there that aren't selling quickly. One I think I've shown, just let me see if I can find them. I think they're right here. This one with the red trucks, I guess it must be because it's out of season. Christmas, Christmas. They've not been a big seller, so they are in the shop if you're interested. The snow globes, they're so cute, but again, they've not been a big seller. So I would have to say, I did a poll on Facebook to ask people why, just curious. I don't want to spend time and money on making bags that someone isn't interested in. So I put a poll on asking, why do you think this is? And the majority voted that it was not the right season. So anyway, it's the first time that I've had any sit there. So if you're interested in bags, they are there in the shop if you want. Also, there's a farm themed one. A few farm themed ones. I think that's it. Anyway, that's there. Let me check my notes here. Fibre Fest. Nova Scotia Fibre Fest is coming up the first week of August 3rd to the 6th. That happens in Amherst here in Nova Scotia. That's about 4.5 hours drive away from me. And my friend Gail and I are going to be attending that. We think, if all goes according to plan. There is a slight possibility that we aren't going to make it, but yeah, we're just kind of playing it by ear to see what happens. But that is a great festival for the town of Amherst, and this is the first time that they've been able to do it for 2 years because of COVID, and they've made a few changes. It used to be in the fall. This year it's in August. One thing that is good about that is that they were able to do some youth classes. So there's some classes and things set up for the kids, which are really good. I'm teaching, my friend Chris and I are teaching a combined class. She's doing, and I should have had that in here, she's doing my wool applique little quilt, my friend Wilbur, and I'm doing my cross stitch cushion, my friend Walter. So if you're interested in that, you can go to the Fibre Fest website. I'll put the link below, and register for either one of those classes if you're interested. And like I said, the whole town gets in on this. There's displays of all sorts. There's classes. There's quilt show after quilt show after quilt show. There's rug hooking shows. It's just a really great festival if you're interested in that. So I hope you can make it. And if you do, and you come across me, or you think it's me that you see, say, hey, I know you from Flosstube. Please make a point of saying hi. Flosstubers this week. I've enjoyed Flosstube very much. Michelle McGraw posted a new one yesterday. Always so much entertainment there. Mama Loves You GB. Like I mentioned before, Kim the Contented Stitcher, she posted a new one Friday, I think it was. No, might have been Thursday. Yasmin's Made with Love. Yep. She posted a new one, and she has been doing my goodness, her needle is just on fire. She stitched my Shore Signs of Summer, and she is from Poland, and she's living in the UK, and she's going to Monaco this summer. So she stitched it 3 times with 3 different flags. I have it here. Sorry about the glare. Here we go. So this one is the UK, and this is her Polish one, and this is the Monaco one. And she took out the beehive and the yellow flowers. She put white flowers and a basket of strawberries in the UK one, because she said strawberries, summer is all about strawberries for her. And I think she said the rose is the national flower for Monaco, so she put a basket of roses in this one, and she left the Polish one with the beehive and the yellow flowers. So they're really beautiful, and those are her finishes that she did with them just this week. I love them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work, yes. And Java Girl posted a new one, and she had my Love Grows Best in Little Houses. It's so exciting to watch a floss tube and see someone stitching your pieces. It's pretty cool. Isn't that a great little finish with the little board that she put it on, and then whoa. And then she sorry. Yeah, it's long gone. There it is. She added the little jute with the heart button. So cute. So simple, but it added so much. Anyway, that's that. Fat Quarter Shop has been posting videos of where they have a chat with designers. And the last one was the lady from Silver Creek Samplers. And that was really interesting. Who was the one before that? Oh, I think it was Hands On Design. It's Kathy from Hands On Design, I think. They're very, very interesting. And I see that she's posted that there's a new one coming possibly this week, and it is the lady from Heart and Hand Design. So that should be very interesting. She's been designing for years, and so yeah, it should be really, really good. So I'm really looking forward to that. Cornhusk State Stitchers, they are also stitching my Shore Signs of Summer. They're a lot of fun. They're a mom and daughter, and they have a lot of banter back and forth. They're really fun to watch. I enjoy them very much. Sometimes they break out in laugh. They're right up my alley. So yeah. Now, a new Flosstuber I've been watching, is probably for the past week and a half, is Pastime Pieces. I think she's on her 4th one, and I went back and started with the first one. But yeah, she's Canadian in Ontario. Not sure where, but anyway, I will put the link for her below, Pastime Pieces. So I think that's, I did want to show you this. Yesterday at our guild meeting, we had a guild member there that was cleaning out her stash. So she had all of this fabric there for sale. And I bought 2 pieces of Christmas fabric that I was thinking I would use for bags. And of course, it's not in here. But she knows I love red fabric. So she brought me a bag full of red fabric. Some of it is scrap. Like, yeah, there's one big piece, but the rest are all smaller pieces. So anyway, I thought I would show you some of them. So you can't help but love that red fabric. I love, love, love that one. I've had that one before, and I know I've used the last of it. That one is a Moda. I can't remember. I had it in the shop when I was, and I had this one in the shop when I had my job. For those of you that don't know, I owned a quilt shop for 5 years in the town of Digby, and just came to the point where I had to make a change, family responsibilities and whatnot. That was not all of it, but that was part of it. Anyway, yeah, my mom has Alzheimer's. She lives in long-term care, but at that time she was needing some extra help. She was still living at home, and I lived like 2 minutes away. So it just was best for all of us concerned if I was there to help her more. So I made the decision to close the shop, and it was a good decision. Anyway, thank you very much, Deanna, for all these fun fabrics. They will definitely be put to good use. I think that's it for me today. I knew it would be a little shorter. What are we at? 26 minutes. I do want to talk a little bit about what's coming up. I forgot about that. This afternoon, I'm going to a birthday party in Yarmouth for my little 4-year-old nephew, great nephew. That'll be fun. Gonna do a little bit of errands while I'm there. Next Friday, we are heading to Prince Edward Island with our kids. The 6 of us are heading to Prince Edward Island for I think I mentioned this in my last video, for a music show. Alan Doyle, who is the lead singer in Great Big Sea, he's doing a show in Prince Edward Island. It's not a Great Big Sea show, if I understand it right. It's like a musical production of some sort, I think. Anyway, so I'm really, really, really looking forward to that. I love his singing, and I love spending time with my kids. So we have an Airbnb booked, and we are really looking forward to that weekend with them. Then I had also mentioned we're going to Keji camping the week after that, like 2 weeks. Well, 2.5 weeks. We're going to Keji, which is heaven. There will be lots of stitching time and relaxing and reading and some walks and some ice cream. Yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to that. And then the week after that is Fibre Fest in Amherst. So yeah, this past week, my friend and I, Gail, we had plans to go to her cottage for a little sewing retreat, and we ended up not being able to do that. So we are trying to fit that in sometime through the summer, but it is a busy summer. I do have things scheduled for the second and third weekend in August too. So I don't know. We're just gonna play it by ear and see if we can fit it in at some point. But it's a busy summer for us. It's typically not that busy, but this year just everything is happening. Yeah. So, and then in September, I have a retreat for our guild that we are planning. And then in October, back to Keji again. We're going to go to Keji for Thanksgiving. We've never managed to get a booking, a reservation for the Thanksgiving weekend. And they say it's always a really fabulous weekend. Lots of decorated sites for Thanksgiving and Halloween. And so I'm really looking forward to that. That's our anniversary too. So that'll be fun. That'll be a good weekend there. Anyway, plans for stitching. I have a gift that I had mentioned that I'm finishing up. I want to spend some more time trying to figure out the colors for this granny square piece. I want to spend some time stitching on that 1 Corinthians piece. I designed a new cross stitch chart this week. I meant to mention that earlier. It is a 4 Seasons themed one. I have a 4 Seasons quilt pattern in my Etsy shop, and so this one is kind of based on that. So I'm hoping to get that started. And yeah, that's it for my plans, I guess. Anyway, like I said, again, that's it for me for today. Happy stitching. Happy July 1st. That happened while I was, since my last one, and July 4th. I hope you all had a great patriotic celebrating weekend. Yeah, I have a niece that lives in the States. She had a great weekend, I'm sure. On the Friday, she had Canada Day, and on the Monday, she had July 1st, or July 4th. So yeah, she would have had an excellent, it's funny, it doesn't often fall that way. But yeah, I hope you had a great weekend, and I hope you had lots of stitchy time, and that you enjoy your plans for summer. I forgot my giveaway. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. My giveaway today is for my new chart, which I put where? Right here. The Nicest Word. So it is a PDF chart. If you're interested in this, what can we say? The word would be home. You have to use the word home in your comment. And my question that I would like for you to answer this time is, do you like camping? And if you do, tell me where you camp. There are tons of wonderful campgrounds across North America that, well, worldwide, that you can camp at. And we stick to one. We always camp at Keji. It's about 45 minutes from our house. It's our favorite. It's a national park. It's just, I just can't say enough good about it. And there are lots of other provincial parks, you know, within an hour's drive or an hour and a half. We always say we're going to, but we never do. We always go to Keji. Anyway, do you like to camp? Where do you camp? If you don't like to camp, tell me why. That should make for some pretty good answers. I love reading them, and I love all your comments. So thank you all for, yes, that's it. I thought I forgot something else. Oh my, oh, I'm burnt today. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Have yourself a great day. Bye.